Hey, what's up, guys? Samthedingus here. Sunrise in Winchester. You can't see through my cloudy ass windows, but so I can't remember exactly the last time I updated you guys. I'm pretty sure it was like a little more than 24 hours ago. Basically, what I mean to say is I'm pretty sure I skipped yesterday, but I got the day before that. So I'm gonna tell you about yesterday real quick. It was a pretty chill day. It was my dedicated rest day. Although, I'm still walking around, jogging, running where I can. Still went to Neutral Corner. Did like 10 of every strike I could think of. Just to make sure I'm still moving, eating lots of protein. But let me tell you, this was the day of the people. The day of amazing things. Interactions and such. So I spent a lot of time walking around, aimlessly, so to speak. Just walking in and around stores, not planning on buying anything, and I made the greatest move of my life walking into a 5-star nutrition. Like, I was just like, oh, there's cool protein, let me check out what's up, Pretty soon I started talking to the people in there. Didn't take long before I told them about my adventure and street beefs and all that. They got all hype on it, on me, and they started watching some fights. They watched my fight, not my most recent, but the Joestar one, because I was like, here's my highlight reel. They appreciated that. And then these guys, they fucking hooked me up, dog. They gave me a $10 off coupon for one. I think that's pretty damn cool. But then they did something even better for me, which is they had like a medical grade scanner in there, like a body scanner. So I actually finally, for the first time in my life, got a reading of my body composition. I'll summarize it. I've already posted about this on many other platforms, but I want to keep everything equally updated. 9% body fat. Hey, that's something special, right? That's a good number. I've always been curious. And then I was 165 pounds, 87 of which is pure skeletal muscle. So I'm like, more than half my weight is just muscle. That's awesome. So, yep, then it was a good time with these guys, Got to talk to them for real. They hooked your boy up with some good info. Moved on with my day. Met some more cool dudes at the gym. Hell on wheels. Epic. Let's see. Yeah, and then my homegirl Sierra, she really came through for me. It's so cool. Like, I met this girl in Connecticut along with some other people, and just so happens that her home state is the home of street beefs, Winchester, Virginia. I guess Harrisonburg is the true home, but nowadays it's in Winchester. I think it's just an amazing coincidence, and so my girl hooked me up with some things that I've really missed. She gave me an insulated lunchbox with ice packs and ice in it, filled with some of my favorites, which I've long missed. Cottage cheese, yogurt, cheddar cheese. I was like, holy shit. Plus beef jerky, blankets, and tuna. So gotta give a huge shout out to my girl Sierra with the C. You're a savior. And then the most amazing thing happened to me is that a guy on Instagram messaged me, and he said he's a big fan of everything I do, not just fighting, but my poetry and my YouTube channel and everything like that. And he asked me if I have any place set up so that people can donate to help me with my adventures. And I said, no, I don't, but I do have a Cash App. And, this was the most amazing thing to me, that someone I never knew would want to help me out that much. This man gave me $100. It's amazing. It really leaves me speechless because I've never had something like that happen, Never had someone just give me money like that, Everyone, of course, would accept money, but nobody asks for money, and it was just, it was a very amazing experience, and I won't forget that kindness. My next street beefs fight is dedicated to him, in fact. Well, that's pretty much it. The days are starting to make more sense. I feel like I'm starting to settle in, but I'm keeping things fresh and alive as much as I can. And I definitely gotta go poop right now, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take you guys in so I can charge this camera. And I'll let you know later on if anything cool happens. Peace. Good evening, everybody, or good night. I mean, that's what people say whenever they're like saying goodbye. But it's the nighttime, and it's the beginning of this video. Good night, everybody. It's so hard not to like make it sound like a farewell. Good night. I quit. It's like when I had Ice Cube try to say like bubble, like bubble, motherfucker. Alright. Relatable humor. Relatable. Well, as you can see, I'm just a goofball and just living up to my name, Samthedingus. Let me tell you about my day. First, I have to remember what the hell happened today. I feel the days are getting more and more normal, as it were. Although I do something unique every single day. Or even if I do the same activity type things, I do it in a different place, if that makes sense. I like to make sure I don't get bored. You know, the main difference between life here and life in Connecticut is not having like a thing to waste time with, if that makes sense. Like, when I get in here, I'm like, I'm only here to eat food or to like gear up for something else to do. I'm never just like gonna sit in my car and chill, you know, because there's nothing to do in my car. I don't have a computer where I can just play Pokemon or scroll through YouTube or just get lost aimlessly doing nothing. That's kind of why I thought this was a great idea, because it gives me no choice but to focus on my goals and really work for my dreams. That's why I love it. So what did I do today? Woke up, same old deal. Woke up having to piss like a fucking racehorse. Let me tell you, that's the hardest thing to adjust to. And I probably say that every single morning, or every time I record here. But, you know, normally when you wake up and you have to pee, you just get up and go to the bathroom. But for me, there's like a 2-minute delay at the very least. Because one is hesitation. Waking up like, do I have to go really? And then being like, I should really start going because it feels like I really have to go. And if I wait any longer, then there's a 2-minute delay and I don't want it to be too late. Yeah, you gotta put on your shoes, socks, clothes of every kind, run around the corner of this fine establishment here. Don't tell anybody. By the time they see this video, I'll be long gone. But I'd be pissing around the back of this building at 4 a.m. like a champ. It's even cooler when I don't know what time it is. I'm just like, it's just so primal. Like, you gotta piss, you know? Half the time I'm thinking like I can open the door and just piss right out my door, and then I'm like, nah, too much risk. I'm not trying to expose myself. So, my usual routine is I wake up after that whole piss thing is done. I can sleep in. I wake up at 7 or 8 now after that whole piss endeavor, and then I go inside Planet Fitness so I can go for another round of bathrooms, brush my teeth, eat a banana and some papaya enzyme for breakfast. Then I write down a page with my left hand every day. I'm working on being ambidextrous because I have that much free time, and also, you know, injuring my right hand has opened my eyes to how valuable that skill can be. And it's really not that bad, you know. Like, everyone started off not being able to write, and then, you know, very, very early on, they're like, this is how you do it. You just practice, and it works. And so that's exactly what I'm doing here. Just given time. It's been 5 or 6 days now. I'm getting better every day. So maybe one day I'll be just as articulate with my left as my right, even though I've had, well, 20 years to gain a bias. I guess not a complete 20, but you know what I mean. So what did I do today? Yes, more walking adventures. Okay, so my homie last night dropped off a care package, an insulated lunchbox with cheese and eggs and all that shit. So that's my priority, is to eat all that stuff first. Although now that's not even really a problem because I can just get ice from this Roy Rogers next door, replenish its longevity. So then I walk outside of Planet Fitness once I'm done with all my writing, and then it's like, alright, what should I do now? Yes, today's adventure is I had to walk to Walmart to refill my cell service. So that's what I did. I just walked to Walmart. It's a nice fun walk, like a mile away or so. And then I just did that. Once I got it refilled, I had to make sure it was working, so I called my parents. Had a nice half-hour long conversation with them, telling them all the cool shit that's going on that I'm telling you guys now. Then I was like, well, now I got lots of time. Most of the time, it's just me passing time until 3 o'clock when I can go to Neutral Corner and get some work in. So it was such a beautiful day today. Like, this is my kind of winter. This is why I would love to live in the South. It was about 60 degrees
clear blue sky, cloudless, and the sun was shining down, and I was like, damn, this is great. So I just kept walking past Walmart, just farther than I had been before, expanding my knowledge of the area, because at this point, I don't actually ever need to use my GPS, except whenever I'm going to the post office, but that's because it's way out of town. It's in a whole different section, actually. But I can get to Neutral Corner and any place that I need, the park, Walmart, food, the mall, without any GPS. And that's what makes it feel like I'm really finding a home here. It's really nice. So I walked farther past Walmart, farther than I'd ever been. Found some more cool stuff, like stores and shit, restaurants. And I just kept walking for a bit, and then it was just houses. So I was like, all right, I'm going to turn back. That's what I did. And then I came back to my car. Yeah. And then by then, I still had like maybe 2.5 hours before Neutral Corner opens. So then I was like, let me just start walking everywhere instead of driving everywhere, right? So then I walked to the park, brought my propane stove with me, propane tank, notebook, and tea. So that's my ritual, is to drink some green tea with matcha and write some poetry. That's what I love to do, honestly. Gets me in the fucking zone. Makes me be like, damn, I'm a Zen master. It feels great. So then I do that. I walk back here. I'm becoming the Frogger champion of this area, let me tell you. Sometimes I'd be zipping across these roads because it's a pretty damn busy main road. Sometimes I only have like a 4-second window to go. And I know that it's not really a problem. Like, I could easily cross the road and not get hit. But I also have to be considerate for the drivers, you know. Like, they don't know that I can make it safely. They might be endangered if they have to brake or swerve or something like that. So I'm always very careful crossing the road. Even such that if I like tripped or something, I probably wouldn't die. Always plan for the worst. So then I came back here, and after like hours and hours of walking, like, even though it's not strenuous exercise, I was pretty damn tired. Plus the sun makes you sleepy, so took a little nap right here, actually, in this exact spot where I'm parked. Then woke up and I was like, well, so I'm trying to take some rest days. My hand is still not perfectly better, so I can't train fully. I can only work my legs, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass, honestly. And you can only work the same muscle group so many days in a row or so hard before it becomes super sore. So yesterday was an easy day. I did like 10 of every strike I could think of. And today, I did the same thing, but with 15. Tomorrow or the day after, I'll be ready to go super hard at it again. I stop at Neutral Corner, and I will every single day that it's open, even if it's just for a half hour, because what the fuck else am I supposed to do? That's what I'm here for, honestly. Plus, it's nice to interact with the Street Beefs gang, you know, really get to know people. I love it. I love the energy and the atmosphere everywhere. It's like I'm really making some friends out here. Let's see, then I come back from that. Everything from there is actually pretty much routine. Like, the after Neutral Corner boxing is pretty solid routine that I have down. Is I eat a bunch of stuff, like protein, post-workout type deals. Then I go shower while I charge my phone, make some posts if I can. Then I come back out to my car and gear up. And I always go out on another walking adventure. And luckily, today's adventure was nice. I was planning on hitting up a Chick-fil-A for dinner. I always get like a full meal. Or at least like a sandwich or something, not like a whole-ass meal. There was a spot that I wanted to go to that I saw in the daylight, like a closed-off road area. But, you know, in the daylight, people will see me go up there, so I didn't want to. So I came back in the nighttime to check it out. It was a bridge under construction over top of a highway, so I was chilling on top of that. I was like, man, this is really cool. And then I luckily remembered something even cooler, is that I wasn't going to eat at Chick-fil-A this night. I was going to eat at Mission Barbecue, which is something I didn't know existed. I was walking earlier today, and it was super bright and blue, and I passed by it, and I was like, whoa, this is the shit, and I forgot about it, and I was going to go to Chick-fil-A, and then whenever I got to Chick-fil-A, I was like, oh, wait a minute, there's that barbecue spot, and it was great. They give you, like, all the meat on the sandwich, but they don't put barbecue sauce on it. At the table where you sit at, though, they have an arrangement of different barbecues from, like, all different regions and styles and shit. It was amazing. They even had, like, an Old Bay style barbecue. I was like, what? You're bugging. It was delicious though. I ate that, and even though I know I'm burning a ton of calories and I need a lot more energy than when I'm back at Canterbury, I still felt pretty fat after that. So then I just ran home. Luckily, it worked out so that I could run most of the way without having to stop whenever I crossed the street. Like, it was just nice, just straight through. And it was about a mile run. I made it at a good pace. Basically teaching my body that it always needs to be burning calories, always needs to be adding new muscle to my legs, because it sure as fuck does. It was a good time. Then I just went back in, pooped, refilled all my waters, same old thing. And the night is now, I think that's about where we're at now. The night is winding down. I'm chilling out here. In a little bit, I'll try to go to sleep. But for now, I'm content to stay here. I've got my adventuring spirit well exercised. And what can I say, man? Life out here is awesome. Like, even though I'm starting to feel some routine, starting to settle, starting to get used to things, which I feel like is like the bane of growth. Comfort is the bane of growth. I mean, this is such a unique lifestyle. Like, I'm used to something that is so crazy, you know? And like I keep saying, it's great. You know, like, I do miss it back home, but I also kind of forget about home a lot. Like, it never really crosses my mind. But I do often, almost every night, have dreams about people from back home. And it's like, whoa, there's like a whole other world that I lived in, that exists, you know, that is just gone, you know? Like, that's kind of like what I used to think about as a kid, you know? Like, if you take Earth and all of its problems and then you just like stand on the moon, how is any of those problems like relevant in any way? And then, you know, it's kind of like the same thing here, you know? I'm like fully invested in one life, and then I'm just like, whoosh, take him out of that, put him somewhere else, and adjust to that life. And now it's like, wow, man, the old world was a different place entirely, you know? So know that the world exists beyond the limits of your environment. Alright, everybody. Pretty satisfied with this rant. I love talking to you guys because I don't actually talk to too many people out here. Like, I have conversations every day, but no one who I'm like super tight with, you know? Once in a while I call people back home, but you know, it's gonna be so cool when I do go back home though, you know? It's gonna be like they're holding me up, parading me through the streets, throwing cheese at me like, welcome home, Sam. I can't wait. But alas, it wouldn't be cool to go home yet, you know? I still gotta give it some more time. Gotta do some more amazing things. Need at least 2 MMA matches, I think, before I go back, to make it worth my time and money for this trip. No matter what, though, it already is, because this is a one-of-a-kind experience, and it really shows me the broad horizons of this world. Alright, everybody, thanks for sticking with me. Hope you guys like these adventure logs. Let me see. Got 43 minutes left of record time, so that's a couple days at least of vlogging. I got 2 more SD cards, so I'm gonna try to save that by ending this video abruptly. Goodbye.